just gather around because it's time to get down as we get down to the beat down with another edition of the Logan Summit Show. I am your fearless leader, Logan Summit, here today, and we have a Muay Thai fighter who's one of our woodsy neighbors to the north. His name is Jordyn Joseph. Jordyn, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am absolutely fantastic. Thank you for asking. I tend to wake up like that. Now, you woke up today in Whitby, Ontario, Canada. How is it treating you today?
It's treating me great.
Now, you're a young man, only 15 years old.
Mhm.
When did you start training?
I started training when I was about 14, 13, turning 14, and I've been training ever since.
All right. Now, do you feel like you've had long enough to be able to get in the ring and call yourself a real fighter, or do you feel like you're still gathering up that ladder?
I feel like I'm still gathering up that ladder, but I call myself a fighter.
Well, you are a fighter. Anybody who gets in the ring, and you are currently 1-1-0 right now. You are a Waco. How do you all say that up there?
Waco national champion.
It is Waco National Championship. See, Waco, Texas down here is something that we don't really talk about. So the Waco National Championships, that is a huge deal for you. How do you feel as though that experience will help catapult you in your fight career?
Well, I think I've experienced like high calibers of fighters because my opponent, Waco National, he was very good, and I also saw other people super advanced that I've never seen like that level of fighting. I've never seen that for myself. I've seen it like on videos, but I'm finally like being exposed to like the world of fighting.
Well, that's great. And you are going to expose yourself once again, excuse me, for lack of a better term. July 6th, you will be fighting on the Prestige Fight Series. Have you fought with this group before?
Never. It's my first time.
All right. Well, good news. I've heard good things from them. So that's good stuff right there. Now, when you walk in to a new fight promotion, being a new fighter, what is it important for you to do? Do you have any rituals that you go through? Is there anything that you do when you step into a new arena for the first time?
Usually for like 5 minutes, I'll just sit in quiet. So like, cause for me, nerves are still like crazy, like they're crazy still. So I'll calm myself down, and then when I walk into that ring, it's all gone. I'm just ready.
So you haven't experienced that adrenaline dump that a lot of fighters talk about because you've been able to calm yourself down beforehand?
Yeah, I've been able to calm myself, but for nationals, I can't lie. I felt that hard. I felt that hard. It didn't even feel real for like 5 minutes. It was crazy.
So you're actually third body watching yourself in nationals?
That's how it felt.
Yo, that's absolutely awesome. What is that excitement like for you? Because as you're experiencing these new things in the fight arena, how do you manage your excitement with your preparedness?
Oh, I don't even know how to explain it. Just in the ring, I'm managing my excitement mostly, like, cause like I'm so giddy. Like when I'm about to fight, I'm so excited, but at the same time, like worried. It's such a weird emotion. Like I can't really explain it.
So, do you use visualization? Do you meditate? What are the steps that you take mentally to get yourself locked in?
To get myself locked in, I'll listen to like videos of like fighters talking about their experiences, and then I'll just like I'll just listen to myself breathe for like a long, long time, and that gets me so calm.
Yeah, breathing is so very important inside and outside of the ring. It's actually what keeps us alive. I'm just saying. But obviously, you've been able to find something for yourself that a lot of young fighters need to focus on, and that focus is the focosity of just
Mhm.
being in the moment and not getting lost in the sauce, if you will. Is that something you and your coaches have worked on?
Yeah, we work on it through sparring a lot. Sparring helps me get like more used to it and stuff like that.
Now, being up there in Whitby, Ontario, what team are you with? How did you find them? How has it been being able to be up there in Canada? Because I know there's not as many fighters and not as many fight schools and promotions up there. What has it been like for you?
It's been great. I go to Muay Thai Whippy, and I found it because my mom and my sister were taking like a kickboxing class, and I thought like Muay Thai looks sick, and I wanted to try it out.
Literally, you just went, hey, that looks cool. I want to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, how long did it take you to figure out, hey, this is something I want to pursue seriously?
Um, Took a pretty long time. It took like a year, I think, because I didn't even know you could fight for real. I thought it was just like training. I thought it was just self defense. I didn't even know you could fight.
You know what I love about being 15 is a year is a long time for you right now.
Mhm.
I'm turning 47 tomorrow in a year, man. That ain't nothing but a stone in the pond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, since you've been training, how have your friends at school treated you?
Pretty good. A lot of them hype me up for my fights. They hype me up about training. They'll literally tell everyone I fight. I don't even tell people I fight really. My friends are the ones telling people I fight.
Yeah, but then if something goes down at the arcade or whatever, no, I'm just joking. You seem like way too nice of a guy. But did you find that like some of the bullies in your school took notice when you started fighting, or is that something you haven't worried about at all?
I haven't really worried about like any boys or nothing like that. Everyone's like really chill about it.
Well, that's good. Well, Canada, people are a little bit kinder, a little bit gentler up there. Now, being able to find fights for yourself as a young kid coming up, have you been able to have good experiences with these promotions? Have they been willing to talk with you?
Yeah, I've had some good opportunities, and the prestige one's like a really good one.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be great for you. And that's going to happen on July 6th. You're going to be able to see it right here on Millions.co pay per view right now. Right here, you're going to be able to check it out. It's Sunday, July 6th. It's all part of the Prestige Fight Series. And my main man over here, Jordyn Joseph, will be fighting against Nicholas Gucciardi. And Nick, if I'm getting that wrong, sorry, my friend. Book an interview. I'll get it right. I promise. All right. So, since you've been fighting, there's a lot to learn in the fight game and a lot to do. It takes up a lot of your time. Which do you prefer spending your time on, schoolwork or fight work?
I prefer fighting, but I spend more time on school.
What's your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject is probably science.
All right, what do you like about science? What is there that you could pursue in besides the fight career? Like if you went off to get a PhD, what do you think you'd pursue it in?
Realistically, I like science the most, but I think I'd want to go into law. I think I'd want to go into law because I find that very interesting as well.
Well, you know what? Your parents have raised a good young man. If he's not beating people up in the face, neck, chest, and breast area, he'll do it in court via his words. I like that. I do like that a lot. Now, what is the one thing that your coaches have told you that has helped you inside of the ring, but also on the outside of the ring?
Slow down. Don't go throwing like random blows. Focus on technique. Focus on like your foundation. Focus on what you know. Helps the
Yeah.
most.
Now, how's your cardio? I mean, you're 15. You should be able to run like miles and miles and miles. Do you concentrate on that at all?
Yeah, I concentrate on my cardio a lot. My cardio is pretty good right now.
Yeah, well, you know what? I hate running unless I'm being chased. What motivates you to get up at 15 years old and get out there and run and go to the gym and do school and all the things that you have to do as a 15-year-old fighter?
I just think about the end goal and how good it would be after I do it. Even if I'm suffering throughout it, I just think about how like proud of myself I'll be after I do all it.
And you know what? Are you fighting for your family and your friends and all of that? Are there partners in your school, teammates, and those? Do you have other people on your shoulders helping you?
Like motivating me and stuff for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. A lot of my friends are always hyping me up. They're always telling me like focus on fighting. Like they're always getting me like in the right mindset.
Now, growing up, did you have a favorite fighter?
Growing up, a fighter I like a lot. Obviously, Sanchai, great fighter. Another fighter, Liam Harrison, love his style, and yeah, those two mainly very good fighters that I really like.
And you're still growing up. I mean, are you ready to take your driver's test yet?
Yeah, I'm getting ready for my G1 as well.
Are you going to pass? Can you parallel park quite yet?
Oh, I'll pass. I'll pass.
All right, I want to see it. I'm going to need you to send me a copy of that just so I can believe it, man. Now, I'm not going to ask you whether you like Drake or Kendrick better because obviously by the shirt we can tell who it is. Now, I got to tell you, from my perspective, even though Drake is Canadian and I get that, he's
Hmm.
kind of a whiner.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Right? No,
Yeah.
he is, man. It's like bigger and bigger. He's got one song where he prefaces the song with you shouldn't really listen to this. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing at this point? Hey, but can you and do you respect Kendrick and what he brings to the table as well?
I mess with his music too.
Yeah. So do you care about the fact that they're having a celebrity feud?
No, I don't really care. I just like the shirt a lot. I like listening to your music.
Yo, that's like nowadays when I see somebody on the Vegas Strip, because I live here in Viva Las Vegas. I see somebody young wearing a Nirvana shirt or a Misfit shirt, and I'm like, you don't even know that they're a band. You just like the shirt, right? Do you have any of those in your closet? Do you have any band shirts that you've never even listened to?
Nah, I don't got any of those.
All right, so at least you're throwing down with Drake. Now, here's the moment where we want to talk to you about your prediction. I need you to make one. When's it going to end and how's it going to finish?
Um, I hope I win by unanimous decision. That's how I hope it ends.
All right, so you're looking forward to go the long road here. Now, is
Mhm.
that something that you've been able to look at, Nicholas, and decide this is going to be a long fought battle? Have you looked at tape? Do you know anything about them? Are you going to be able to expose holes in their game?
Yeah, I believe he's a very solid fighter. He's a very good fighter, but I believe I could win in the end.
All right, what's one thing? I'm not going to ask you to throw your whole game plan out the window right now, but what's one thing that you think you have over Nicholas?
Um, he exposes like his under area a lot, like a lot, and I'm gonna abuse that.
All right, well, he's not asking you to rub his belly, that's for sure. Um, so you're going to need to do work, and that work will be done on July 6th, all part of the Prestige Fight Series that you can catch right here on Millions.co pay-per-view. Will be available to all of you watching around the world. Now, this is a segment that I like to call It's Our Time Down Here. And more specifically, it's your time, okay? You can thank anybody you want. You can talk about anything you want. Talk trash. Thank your parents. Talk about sponsors you have. Talk about sponsors you want. This is your time right now, Jordyn. Throw it down.
Well, I'd like to thank my parents for allowing me to even fight because I know a lot of my friends they would never be allowed to get into any kind of like sport like that. I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank my coaches for like believing in me to like allow me to get into fights and stuff like that. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Hey, now, hold on a second. Do you have any sponsors currently?
Not right now, no.
No, now, all right. So let's go through your day right now. What are two products? They could be food, they could be anything, something you wear. What are two companies that you would like to be able to put on your shorts when you step into the ring?
There's a place. It's called Hot and Cold. They do like ice baths and stuff like that. I've seen a bunch of people wear their stuff. And another product, I don't even know. Like a product that I would use, that I would use myself.
Yeah.
Probably like Gatorade.
All right, there you yo. That's it. You act like that's not a good one. Gatorade is a real good one right there. And hot and cold, if you're listening, my man needs an ice bath out back. All right, send that over. Get it done. Let's get you hooked up. All right, now it's time to play the game that all the kids are talking about on the playgrounds and all the adults are talking about around the water cooler. It's time to play 5 questions. And yeah, it's not necessarily 5 questions, by the way, Jordyn. It's just a little way for me to ask some questions that are a little bit off the cuff and a little bit different. And it is brought to you by Newer. If you're a pro or amateur content creator, it doesn't matter. Go over to newer.com, use code Logan. You're going to save yourself 20% off of all your pro gear at amateur pricing. And trust me, all of my gear in this studio is Newer. If you are using a camera, you need a camera cage, go over to Newer. You need lighting, go over to Newer. And yes, it will be available. The link will be available in the about section of any platform you're watching this on. Because right now, Jordyn, they're watching this on five different platforms, bro. Uh-huh. Oh,
Five.
we're for real, bro. We're not just on millions.co because millions.co gives you the opportunity to co-stream on other platforms. So we're live all around the world doing our thing, and I appreciate you being here, my friend.
No problem.
All right, so you're Canadian. We've already talked about it. Whitby, Ontario. Please be the first Canadian to be able to answer this question. Might be a little bit, you might be a little bit too young for this. I don't know. But which is better, Letterkenny or Shoresy?
Letterkenny or Shoresy? Oh, we good?
All right, what was it? You're breaking up,
Oh,
my friend.
are we good?
Yeah, we're good now. We're good now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
All right, I hear you. So I'm asking, which is better, Letterkenny or Shoresy?
Um, I couldn't tell you. I don't.
You haven't seen them either? Oh my God. Are these two TV shows, Letterkenny and Shoresy, and literally every single fighter that I have talked to has not seen them. But they are huge hits in America. Have you seen Trailer Park Boys, or was that too old?
I've heard of it, never watched it.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, that's what I figured. Do you watch any Canadian television programs that we wouldn't know about?
I don't think. I don't even think so.
No, God. Okay. No. Please tell me you like hockey.
No!
Um,
No!
I think
And you're too young to have a Molson, so you put maple syrup on your pancakes and go to Tim Hortons, don't you?
Of course. I love it.
Okay, all right. That's
Yeah.
good. At least we got there. I had a fighter earlier who everything he did was semi-American, and then I asked him about Tim Hortons, and I said, "Hey, bro, what do you get when you go over to Tim Hortons?" He goes, "Boston cream pie." I was like, "Come on, bro."
No! God!
I was like, seriously? Dude, you get a Boston cream pie at Tim Hortons? Dude, they look at you funny every time you do that? Just wondering over here. All right, so you don't like hockey. Is there another sport besides the combat sports that you check out?
I mess with soccer a lot. I like watching the Arsenal games with my dad,
Okay.
and I like rugby. Rugby's pretty cool.
Rugby is pretty cool, right? You're one of the only people that I've ever met who's like, yeah, rugby. Rugby's a lot of fun, great sport to watch. International as all hell. Now, you said you like Arsenal. When did you start watching matches with your dad?
I don't even remember when. It was very early. Probably 2019, 2020. I started watching matches with my dad.
So basically, you've been wearing red since you were in diapers.
I've been signing with Arsenal for a bit.
I get that. Now, I'm a Chelsea fan. Don't tell your dad that because I don't want him to hold it against me. But
Mhm.
if he asks, I've been a Chelsea fan since 1997, so I've earned that right. Oh, man, I'm old. I'm getting old. What is the biggest lesson that you have learned in life, inside the ring, outside of the ring? It doesn't matter. But give me something at your young age that you think about that you go, you know what? I'm glad I learned that. I'm glad I took that advice, and I'm glad that I can use this in my everyday life.
Focus on the journey. It's very universal. I could take that in anything. Literally the journey, the hard work I put into something. Once you focus on that, you're not really focusing too much on the end goal. So you're focusing on working hard throughout the journey, and then the end goal is just a result of it.
Yes, and you need to be cognizant as a young person. By the way, celebrate your victories.
Hmm.
Make sure that you take time out to celebrate those victories because you will definitely think about them as you get older. Derek Jeter once said that his biggest regret of his entire career was not being able to celebrate the victories when he had them. And because when his career was over, he looked back and he went, wow, I should have taken a moment to celebrate that. So that's my advice to you. Hey, take it for what it's worth. Now, I know, like I said earlier, 2 years is a lifetime for you right now.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. 2 years is a lifetime. High school seemed like it took forever, and it seems like it's never going to end. But as a fighter, Where do you see yourself in 2 years from now?
In 2 years, I definitely see myself still fighting. Hopefully, I'm taking like bigger fights, like I go up other than nationals. Like, hopefully, I'm like traveling to countries and stuff like that with Team Waco. Hopefully, but I don't know, man. I still see myself fighting for sure because I really enjoy it. And yeah,
Well, I hope you're still fighting as well. It's good to enjoy something. And you know what? You got into it. And not everybody has to be a John Jones, right? Just getting into a gym like you did, because your family was taking a class or whatever. Just getting in there and getting that mental agility, that physical agility. And, and you know what? Experiencing a new community can be good for everybody. What would you say to a young person watching this right now who's thinking about, hey, I might want to get into a gym?
I'd say take it slow and focus on technique. I didn't listen to this when I was a noob. My coach would always tell me it. I just go crazy on the pads. I just like waste all my energy before focusing on the technique. So it took me a while to get actually decent at the sport. But if you focus on the technique and stuff, then later you can implement power, you can implement speed, and yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Technotronics used to say, "Don't sweat the technique," but I'm going to need you to sweat it because that is what it's all about. A jab will set up everything. Just look at our merch over there that I dropped the other day. Drop. All right. Now, question number 5. What do you see as being the biggest difference between the United States and Canada?
The biggest difference,
Mhm.
hmm, probably the biggest difference is probably it's probably the culture. It's definitely the culture. It's definitely the culture. Cause like when I go to America, like I expect like if I smile at someone, I expect them to like to smile back. Like I don't like if I'm looking at someone, I might smile at them, and I like in my mind I expect them to smile back like in Canada. But in America, I'll be like this to them, like they'll have the straightest face back to me.
Well, I'm sure they don't know you're a fighter, but I'm sure they have trepidation about the fact that you are a badass walking down the street. So maybe a little bit of that swagger catches them a little bit off guard. I don't know. I don't want to defend the Americans for not smiling because you should smile back at people. Doesn't
Exactly.
cost doesn't cost anything, right?
Hmm.
All right. So overall, how do you feel as though your fight journey has gone thus far?
I feel like it's gone great. I feel like losing my first ever fight. I feel like that was necessary for me to like develop a lot because I feel like I wouldn't have been as good as I am now if I didn't lose my first fight.
What was the biggest thing you learned from that first loss?
The biggest thing I learned from my first loss was to humble myself because I stepped into that ring. I didn't think I would like lose. I thought if I lost, I thought I wouldn't care that much, but like it really dug deep.
Now, when you say dug deep, how do you deal with that loss? How did you deal mentally with that loss? Did you go back to your coaches? Did you go back inside yourself? Did you talk to your dad? Who was or what was the catalyst for you to be able to dig yourself out of that first loss hole and realize that this was a learning experience and I need to treat it as such?
What I did was I reflected on myself. I reflected on what I could do better. Like I realized that there's no way to change that I lost it. So I just accepted it. I watched other fighters who also lost their first fight, and eventually it just came to my mind that I'm just gonna fight again. Eventually, no matter what, I know I'm gonna fight again. So I just accepted it.
Well, you're 15 years old. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Mm.
What's one thing that you want to accomplish uh, in the next 15 years?
The next 15 years, in the ring or out the ring,
It doesn't matter.
I wanna get the next 15 years. I want to get a good job. I want to have a decent job, and I want to like make a living for myself.
Whether that be a lawyer or beating people up in the ring, you'll take it either way, right?
Yep, of course.
All right, man. Well, I'm excited to watch you fight against Nicholas Gucciardi on July 6th, part of the Prestige Fight Series right here on Millions.co. I appreciate you taking some time out of your day. Love to talk to you again on your way up to the pros, and that success just keeps rolling. I can't wait to see where you find yourself very, very soon. And thank you for spending some time with me today, Jordyn.
No problem.
Jordyn Joseph! He will be fighting July 6th Prestige Fight Series right here on Millions.co. Oh, it's pay-per-view, baby. Get involved. Hey, Jordyn, before I let you go, what's the one reason that everybody should be watching Prestige Fight Series on July 6th?
I believe it's because it's a beautiful venue and there's like very, very good talent there. I've seen some of the cards they have there. Very good talent, very entertaining fighters there.
Well, we've been talking to a few people on the card, and we will continue to do that as the fights get closer to it. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate YOU being here as well. So it's tomorrow is my birthday. That's right. I'm going to be 47 years old. So we're going to have a couple interviews. We're going to talk to one of your woodsy neighbors to the north, your Canadian brethren, Hunter Lee. He was one of the alternates on the Olympic team for you, and he is a pro MMA fighter. We've talked to him once before. We'll be talking to him again mañana. So do me a favor. Be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud. Last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you will know when I will be back doing my thing. We got 2 interviews tomorrow, and then I'm taking Friday off because tomorrow's my B-Day, baby. And I'm going to celebrate! But I appreciate everybody being here. Jordyn, you take care of yourself.
You too. Have a good birthday.
I will. Thank you. And remember, everyone loves a good fight. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Jordyn. Be well.
You too.